Hey everybody, Brandy here doing my comments from the car. I'm not in the car today. I'm in the basement. Anyway, I have an interesting story to tell you all. This situation happened to me this weekend, and sometimes I think after I tell the story, people may think that I'm kind of crazy for um, the things that I say or the things that I choose to engage in, but I kind of felt, vindicated after this, or felt like I should have said something, and I'm glad that I did. Um, so my friends and I, Sherry and a couple of our friends, drove out to Cave Run Lake this weekend to check out some campsites to do a group event for our Lexington Lesbian Coffee House. We're going to do a group camp out this spring. And so we drove to Twin Knobs Campground to take a look at some of their group sites. And the first group site we drove up on, we got out of the car and we started walking around. We could tell that there was a group already there, we decided just to walk around. And Sherry and our friends were kind of standing off to the side, looking out at the water and enjoying the view and kind of, just looking around. And so I decided to walk down towards the shelter where this group of people were. As I could tell, there was some sort of trail that I wanted to see what was down there. And as I came up onto this group, there was probably, I don't know, maybe 10 people, most of them men. Most of them were probably in their 50s, I would guess. Maybe a couple that were in their 40s. They all kind of looked gruff looking, if you would want to call it that. And probably would venture to say that they were not a group of people that would naturally embrace the LGBT community. Just going to put it that way. But I kept walking, and as I came up upon the group, I said, "I'm sorry for the interruption. My friends and I are just here to check out the site for future use, for a future date." And there was one gentleman. He was standing up, kind of holding court, if you will. They were all kind of shooting the breeze and stuff. And he turns to me and he says, "Well, you got any single ladies in your group? I mean, that's okay if you guys are, checking out our site. Just wondered if you have any single ladies." I don't exactly know how he put it, but that's what he was saying. And I said, no, we're all married." And then as I'm walking past, he says, "Well, are you faithful? Are you faithful?" I thought, well, that's a kind of a misogynistic comment. And I had that split second to decide, should I just let it go and say, "Oh yes, I'm faithful," or just ignore it? I mean, these decisions were just going on in my head, and I decided, no, I'm not going to be quiet on that one. So I turned back to him and I said, "Well, I'm married to my wife, so I don't think I'd be able to help you either way." And I kept on walking. And, well, there was nothing he could say to that, so I kind of left him stumped. And I think the rest of his buddies were like, "Shit, wow." So I left. I went in the direction of the trail, and I was checking stuff out. And as I came back, my friend met me, and so we were walking together, and I kind of shared with her, what had happened. And as we got closer, we were going back past the group to collect Sherry and her wife. He started engaging us in conversation again. This time his tone completely changed. He started, giving us the positive aspects of the site and how much it cost and, why they like it and stuff like that. And so I was like, well, that's the way you're supposed to behave, not ask a total stranger if they're single and if they're faithful to their husbands. I mean, that's ridiculous. But in the end, it was good. He, you know, they all shared what they liked about the site, and I was happy that they did that. But some people, I mean, they really have the nerve. And I know that a lot of my sisters in the LGBT community would probably have not engaged this man the way I did, for fear of whatever, you know, being physically assaulted, verbally assaulted, or whatever. But I just had this split second decision that said, no, I'm not going to put up with that. So you could be funny and joke around with your buddies and, you know, be big men on campus type thing and, you know, whatever. But I wasn't going for it. And I didn't. So anyway, that's my interesting comment. And again, another long video, almost 6 minutes. Oh well. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.